first stage of the 2007 Dakar featured 117 kilometres of testing sandy, rocky Portuguese tracks. Cold and mist awaited the competitors, adding to the nervousness many would have felt as they embarked on their great journey. In these conditions, no one could be sure what awaited them. It was a bitterly cold and foggy ride from Lisbon to the Algarve for the first stage of the Dakar. Icy temperatures and damp air biting into the muscles, adding to the apprehension that all will have felt before the adrenaline kicked in as the start countdown reached zero. And so it began, for some a little untidily perhaps, but for the locals a chance to shine. Local Ruben Faria thrilled the crowds, blasting his Yamaha through the stage 16 seconds faster than his closest rival. He claimed the first stage win, and glory for the Portuguese and for Yamaha. He wasn't alone either. Helder Rodriguez made it a 1-2 for the local riders and for Yamaha. No one is expecting the Portuguese to be on top of the podium in Dakar, but one of them may well be leading when we get to Morocco on Monday. So what of the expected front runners? Well, the best placed was Cedric Esteve. He'll be hoping that this morning's small crash has got his bad luck out of the way for 2007. Despite this fall, he heads the KTM hordes, though he's 5 minutes off the lead of the event. Frenchman David Castor, Esteve's water carrier, initially looked to have been the top KTM through the stage, but a timing error was later corrected, and he now sits just 7 seconds off his teammate's wheel. The tracks cut up badly and they cut up fast. Even the heroes were finding the going tough. Esteve and water carrier Castor are experienced in this going, but you don't perhaps expect a first stage to be quite so enduro.
On t'a vu? Alors? On a mis du grain? Quelques bleus, quelques équipements.
Castor had a narrow brush with the scenery. No real damage done, though he later joked that his only pair of trousers was looking very second-hand. 35-year-old Thierry Baptiste from France loves the sand. He's a 3-time winner of the grueling all-day Le Touquet Beach Marathon. No surprise perhaps then to see the Honda Europe rider showing most of the field how it should be done. Baptiste was 5th on the stage. 6th, another surprise perhaps, Jonas Street, the fastest American rider. His Rally Pan America team KTM 525 just 19 seconds slower than the very latest factory model. Red Bull rider Chris Blaze might well have expected to be the top US man on this year's Dakar, and he may yet be, but not for the moment. Trailing his compatriot by 14 seconds, he's 7th overnight. This early stage wasn't much to Paul Anders Oliverseter's liking. The Norwegian said the sand dug up very quickly to make deep ruts, and the huge numbers of spectators were at times worryingly close to the piste. 24-year-old Fabien Planet gained his free entry to this year's Dakar as the winner of the Dakar Enduro Challenge contest. His place in the top 10 this morning in 9th proves that we have a new young talent on our hands. And as for compatriot Cyril Desprez, well, he was forced to ride very slowly through the closing 4 kilometres of the stage. He was running out of gas and couldn't do anything other than keep the bike upright. The team had calculated the amount he should carry based on the length of the stage, but the soft sand and deep ruts had pushed fuel consumption right up. A surprise then to see Desprez in 10th, even more so to see Komar, last year's winner, in 13th position. But he knows the sands of Portugal won't be where the rally is won, but it can be easily lost here with any small mistake. Komar firmly believes the Dakar doesn't really start until you get to Africa. So confirmation then of the Portuguese and Yamaha 1-2. Isede Estre is the top international rider in 5th position, and out of the top 10, Mark Komar in 13th spot.
Correu muito bem. Era uma sessão muito técnica.
I rode pretty well, says Helder Rodriguez. It was a very technical stage, and from the beginning I pushed really hard. Later I managed to control the speed a bit more, so I didn't get too tired, and finally made it to the finish. It was quite a difficult stage though. Just so thrilled to finish in the top 3. Really happy for the team and delighted for the fans. Estevez said it was a very unusual stage with lots of sand, some of it very soft. It was like being on a Dutch motocross track, but it's a good warm-up for this rally, which is going to be very long, very tough and probably very sandy. The main problem though was passing. You had to be careful. It was difficult to decide when to pass, on the left or on the right, because the track was so narrow. Not easy to find a good safe place to get by. Telecaster says I was full throttle on the track. Suddenly a privateer came straight out to the middle of the crowd. He'd stopped and then restarted, and I couldn't avoid him. Hit him on his front wheel, he fell to one side, I fell to the other. I stood up and I helped him and joined the race a bit, but I was feeling a little rattled after that. Really tough time, said Thierry Bettis. It had everything this stage: dunes, sand, soft sand. I passed a few guys, it was pretty technical. There were a lot of fallers, very difficult through the trees as well, very hard to find good speed with all the different dangers that awaited you.
But I had a really good time. I enjoyed it a lot. I don't ride much of that at home, and it was a new experience, but I had a lot of fun. I never knew that there was sand in between pine trees. I'd never ridden that before, and of course I hit one tree just a little bit, but it's okay.